Alrighty, so I know that watching a video is not as nice as listening to a teacher in class and working with me, but I want you to remember that I will be in and out of both classes, so you will have opportunities to ask me questions. I also want you to remember that you have classmates that can help you with it. I want you to think about maybe talking to a shoulder buddy or one of you working it out on the board for the group if everybody gets confused, and use this video as a guide to help you. All right, so we're going to continue, and I'm going to make these shorter videos and then but make several of them. And the reason why is because last night I made a 40-something minute video and then it had no sound. So at least if I make them shorter, I will have shorter amounts to re-record if something goes wrong. All right, let's begin. So all right, we left off in class, we did through 6, so I'm going to start right off with number 7. Okay, it says f of x equals x sine of x plus cosine of x. All right, now this, remember we have all our derivatives listed in our notes, and hopefully do, and it's poly, and then product, quotient, or trig. All right, so this is a product, and it's also got trig. All right, so we are going to do the product rule. I'm going to need the product rule. So u prime v plus v prime u. And then I'm also going to need that South Carolina twice. All right, so here we go. So this is u, and this is v. So I'm going to go u, so I'm going to write that out. U is x, and v is sine of x. Then I'm going to say, well, u prime then is 1, and v prime is cosine of x. Also, I do have to say that if you think that I do something wrong in the video, please come ask me, okay? I could have done something wrong, so just like pause it, ask the teacher if you can come down to my room, or if they can text me and I can come to your room, whichever way, and show me the screen and let me look, okay? Or if lots of students got the other thing, I probably did. I do make mistakes sometimes. All right, so now I'm going to go u prime v plus, I'm going to go u prime v, just like the quotient rule, it goes this way first. So that's sine of x plus, but with the product rule, it's addition, so plus v prime u, so that's going to be x cosine of x. All right, and then, so this is f prime of x equals, and then the derivative of cosine is negative sine, so minus sine of x. So then these cancel, and I just get, so don't forget about this guy, that's where that one came from. Okay, these two came from the product rule. All right, and then those cancel, so we just get x cosine x. I'm not going to usually box my answers because they're going to be big. All right, number 8. F of x equals x cubed tangent of x. All right, so this again, it's a poly, but it's a product. It's got poly and a trig in it, and it's a product. Okay, so I need the u prime v. I'm not going to write it again. I'm just going to write these here. So that's x cubed, and v is tangent of x. So then u prime is 3x squared, and v prime, all right, remember tangent? It's secant squared. Remember, it's tangent and secants go together. All right, so secant squared. All right, so then I go u prime v. So that is, so this is f prime of x equals 3x squared tangent x, and then plus x cubed secant squared x. All right, number 9. F of x equals x squared minus 2x over x squared plus 5x. All right, first of all, I just am a simplification queen. That is what I love. I love to simplify anything that I ever see before I do any kind of math, any other kind of math to it. I like to keep it simple. So here, I automatically see division, like some factoring to happen. So let's do some prep work. So this is actually going to equal x times x squared, oh, just kidding, times x minus 2. And this is going to equal x times x plus 5. So now those cancel, and I just get x minus 2 over x plus 5. All right, and then this is quotient, so I'm going to write the quotient rule, t prime b minus b prime t all over b squared. And you guys use u's and b's, that's fine. Take a minute, write yours. You decide what yours is. All right, so t is x minus 2, and b is x plus 5. So then t prime is just 1, and b prime is also just 1. And then now multiply. So that gives you, so f of x, or f prime of x, JK, is x plus 5 minus parentheses. Remember, minus signs always go with parentheses if you're going to have more than one term. So t prime b minus b prime t all over b squared. Now, general rule, never FOIL a denominator. Never multiply it out, nothing. Okay? Well, usually don't. All right? General rule, distribute numerators. So x plus 5 minus x plus 2 minus x plus 2 over x plus 5 squared. And then boop, boop. So we get 7 over x plus 5 squared. All right. Number 10. That's going to be the last one for this video. F of x equals sine squared x cosecant x minus x sine x over sine x. And it says simplify, then find its derivative, which I would totally have done anyway. So this is what I call the prep work. All right, so I'm going to take out a sine x, I guess, first, yeah. There's just so many things, because sine and cosecant are reciprocals. So let's talk about that for a second over here. All right, just in case you don't know this. So, I mean, I hope you do from trigonometry, which is in pre-calculus, right? The end of pre-cal. But just in case. So remember, sine of x, and then the reciprocal, that's my little picture for reciprocal, is flip, see, is cosecant of x. They are reciprocals. Well, if two functions are reciprocals, like 5 times 1/5, then what do you get? 1. That's the definition of reciprocals. All right, so, and then what's the other reciprocal? Cosine and secant. And I remember this, but just, again, S and C go together like South Carolina. Good thing we live in South Carolina. All right, and then we've got tangent, and the reciprocal is cotangent. Okay, so there's just so many things to do here. I just want to cancel one of these and cancel one of those, but let's take it slowly. All right, so I'm going to take a sine x out, and I get sine of x cosecant of x minus x, because I took that sine x out. Doesn't sine x sound like a nasal spray? I mean, anyway, I should say sine of x. Okay, so sine x on the bottom. See, there it is again. All right, anyway, so we cancel the sine of x's. from the top and bottom. And now we have, this is still f of x. I'm going to label it because I'm going to be doing prime in a second. So sine of x, cosecant of x, minus x. And then now, sine of x and cosecant of x are reciprocals, so they do not make 0, they make 1. So we actually get just 1 minus x. So then f prime of x is just, well, that's 0, and then minus, so it's just negative 1. That's it. Alrighty, so that was numbers, what, 7 through 10. That's the end of that page.